White guilt.
Let's talk about it. I also, I don't know if we can touch on it this time, but just the idea, because you're like, you need to hear the really bad stories. Like, you think you know it's bad, it's really bad. Yeah. And I'm bad about that. I hate watching nature shows. I don't like to see animals being ripped apart. Like, I hate that. Yeah. But that's what Black critical theory and people not wanting to, the idea is like, we don't want people, if people feel bad, we can't teach them. Like, that's the whole, you know what, you need to feel bad.
I will start, I think.
Okay.
Nope, because it's old, and it's starting to fade. It's fading already.
We're both old.
Yeah, yikes. You are watching it happen right here, age right in front of you. Mm-hmm. I think one of the things that I've been really paying attention to when it comes to race and the idea of where that common ground is, I think the common ground part of this is that, again, it depends, right? There is privilege to being in a mixed community. And so there is some concern when we start to talk about people not... Whenever someone says, like, I don't see color, that's offensive, right? Like, there's a whole culture that I have that you not seeing it is kind of... Right? You not seeing, knowing that there's a difference between you and the Jewish people. You thinking that, the way I party is the same way the Latinx community parties. Like, there's a very big difference in what those societies are. But we also know, look, I will talk money-wise. It is proven now that working for a company that is diverse with both ethnic, racial, sexual identities being present makes the bottom line more. Not just that it's a funner place to work or we do good stuff for the environment or whatever. Money, we're talking straight money, right? It's proven that those companies do better financially. There's like an inherent reason that we want to actually bring other cultures in around us.
Right.
It is habit and other people not believing in and wanting to keep this other around, right? I think that's the thing that makes a difference. But there is some privilege to being able to be a part of those conversations. I've been really fortunate in that I've worked for some places, even if I didn't particularly like the place. It's not often that I am the only Black person there anymore. Like in the last few decades. There are still places that are exactly like that. People listening to this do not have that, right? So I recognize that I have a bit of privilege in that I am in mixed rooms a lot. A lot of that took a shit ton of work on my part. But also I think one of the things as we've talked about, and maybe I can do a little more somewhere closer to where you were saying before, like stay in the discomfort and with people who you disagree with. Don't cut them out of your life. Maybe you can educate them, right?
Right.
But I've not done that, and I've not done that with the mixed races and sexes as well. If you're not down for a mixed group,
right,
I'm not your guy, and I don't want to be a part of it. And so I tend to be in these groups that I'm, again, very lucky that I look around, Black people, women, trans community, queer, Latinx, Russian, right? Republicans even to some extent, right? They're there. Those voices really make a difference for me. And so I think when we talk about where common ground is, some of that is ground you have to sort of forge for yourself. I think it would be easy to just say, as I do, oh, these people don't agree with me, fuck them. But I think, and I also do say that when it is like diametrically opposed, right? If you are ignorant, that's very different than wanting to f me over because I'm Black, right? If you're just like, I don't know if I feel comfortable working late with that Black guy over there, like that's some ignorance,
right?
And I'm probably not going to be like, you got to fire Sally like right away,
right?
But now Sally's like, I know there's promotion, we can't give it to him. Like, Black guys aren't smart or whatever. Right. That's very different. Now Sally has to go. And so I think that when there's ignorance involved, there might be something you can do about it. But when there's someone actually trying to hurt you, or people that you love or different groups, like, I think they have to be excised, right? They just kind of do. So I think when we're looking for that common ground, it really has to be that, like, everyone is trying. Everyone is sort of, maybe you're more comfortable with your own sex or race, and that's okay.
Right.
But it can't be all the time, right? I'm not saying, oh, I have 9 black friends and 1 white friend, and, like, I guess that makes me a terrible person. It doesn't at all, right? But when you start putting businesses together and groups and going to school and classes and things like that, you've got to bring all those different people into your world and then go back home, do whatever the fuck you want, right? But, yeah, I think that matters.
Sometimes I feel uncomfortable, not because I'm around black people and I don't trust them, it's because I don't trust what I'm going to say. Like, will they judge me? Because I'm a white woman, I might say something stupid. I say stupid things anyways. You know.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen.